Hi guys, thank you for being here. Are you going to do a record or film some future live shows for a possible future live album, DVD?
Yeah, as soon as Tony comes back, we'll probably go into the studio at some point during the later part of the year and record some songs, and then maybe also a live DVD.
In Russia, possibly. What? Possibly in Russia, the DVD. We don't know.
How about Sweden?
You got the money? You got the corona?
Next question, please.
How did Over the Rainbow come about? I mean, you were the initiator.
I'm guilty. Yeah.
Joe,
I'm guilty.
I believe you were the initiator of Over the Rainbow.
Yeah, that was me.
How did this come about? Why?
I was finishing a solo tour in Russia, and all of these promoters from everywhere I go are asking all the time, when will there be a Rainbow reunion? And I know Ritchie will not do it. And I stood up with several vodkas in me and I said, there will never be a Rainbow reunion without Blackmore. And I thought, hey, he's Blackmore. So I flew to, yeah, you can. And I flew to Germany and we had a big meeting and he said he would do it. Talked to Bobby, Bobby was into it. And then boom, 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 it grew like this. So that's pretty simple, really.
Did you discuss it with Ritchie before?
Not before, but after. And Jürgen decided.
I talked to him. I did talk to him and asked him about it. And he said, yes, go on. So he was very into it and he said, do it. No, don't worry. So I said, okay. What I wanted to know.
Hello, this is Sasha from Croatia. First of all, thank you very much for bringing that music alive and putting it on stage.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
It was a time that someone take it off from the draw and it was hidden for so many years. My question is, how come you ended up in the lineup as you are right now? Including Tony. There were so many members during the years.
Well, want to politically handle this?
Yeah, well, Joe called me and said, you know, we're going to do, what do you think about doing Over the Rainbow? You know, and I said, I think it's a great idea. Then we talked, Joe and I talked about the lineup, you know, after we got Jürgen involved. Greg was the obvious choice on bass. You know, he's a great bass player. Had a great voice, you know, and he lived in the New York area where we live, you know, so it made it simple. And Tony Carey was the obvious choice because, you know, he was from the Dio era Rainbow, and Tony had tried to get us all involved in a project called Purple Rainbow about a year ago, which was wound up being crazy, but we started talking to Tony, and then we asked him if he wanted to join Over the Rainbow, and he said yeah. So that's how the lineup came about.
And the other reason is because some of them are on drugs, alcoholics, and whatever. That's the truth. I'm not going to bullshit. I don't bullshit. And we don't want anybody that's unprofessional or a problem. And these guys are perfectly terrific. So. I'm sorry. I talk the truth.
UN Representative Joe Lynn Turner.
You don't like it? Fuck off.
Hello, my name is Thomas Seppälä. I have a question for Joe Lynn. I'm a big fan of yours. How would you describe the difference between playing with Jürgen or with Ritchie? Because they are both great guys, great players. What are the differences between those two gentlemen?
He's easy to get along with. He's funny and he's positive, you know, and Ritchie is a bit sometimes moody. That's a good word, moody, and difficult to cure. I'm careful on that one, okay?
You were good. Very good, Joe.
Let's keep in line now. Further questions? Who's the leader of the band? Who's Ritchie?
No, we don't have a Ritchie. No, we wanted democracy. We wanted this to be a band. You know, we wanted to be equal democracy, the whole thing. So
everybody's got an
we all
equal
make
voice.
decisions, everything. Yeah. We're over the rainbow.
Hi there, I came all the way from Canada to see you guys, and you guys are, you guys are worldwide, great. Like,
They don't have Olsen here, do they?
no, I don't think so. But they have hockey. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, I was wondering, JR, what's your favorite Deep Purple album of all time, and your favorite Rainbow album of all time?
I would say I have got some records I like from Deep Purple. I would say also I like in the beginning things like Made in Japan, and you know that's because I always hear it in the beginning. And from Rainbow, I always like things like Perfect Stranger or House of the Blue Light or things like this. I actually prefer that music from Deep Purple. And from Rainbow, I had so many. It was my growing since the beginning. I couldn't even say which is the best album because I listened to all of this, and I went on stage. I went together with them on tour. That's where we met actually all together. Always when I was young, and I saw these guys, and yeah, for me it was I can't say which album is better than the other. So sorry for that.
I'm the devil.
I'm the devil?
Yeah.
Yeah, better.
Okay.
From Norway. Aren't you guys afraid of this being a bit of a cliche? On the road of...
Speak in the microphone.
I'm sorry.
From Norway.
The devil speaks low.
Keep on.
Forked tongue is getting in the way.
Aren't you, especially you, with your past? I love your singing, but aren't you afraid of? I'm just a fan of yours. That people will look down upon you because you're reliving the past.
Can I answer that?
I don't think so. First of all.
There's bands that are touring that have one original member.
Yeah.
There's bands that are touring that have the original drum tech, and that's it. And they license the name.
And you go to see them.
And you'll go to see it. We have 4 guys that are on Rainbow albums that toured live with Rainbow, that were part of Rainbow for a long time.
And he's blood.
And we got Ritchie's son. If we don't have a right to do this, then most of these bands at this festival should go home.
That's right.
Great answer. Further questions, please.
Joel, on the Live Between the Eyes DVD, concert DVD, you're playing guitar, so that's like Ritchie Blackmore with 2 guitars. How many times in concert were you able to play the guitar on stage with him?
Well, before I got thrown off.
I remember that.
In Sweden. Where were we? At the Ice Hall or the Globen? I'm not sure where the hell we were. But I remember having breakfast the next day, and in the photograph of the newspaper was a picture of Glover and me, like this, and it said blah 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 blah, Roger Glover, Ritchie Blackmore. So that was it for the guitar. But the good news was I got a bigger percentage of the band, so it was a trade-off, But I got an opportunity to play some guitar many times before that, and Ritchie also gave me a silver anniversary Strat that he scalloped himself, which of course got stolen eventually with a couple of his guitars. But he always liked the way I play, and sometimes he would hand me the guitar to do the lead to Smoke on the Water if he was fed up by the encore, and he'd walk off, get a Jack and Coke and a Scotch and Coke, and I'd be like left playing the guitar. So it was enough to have the honor, really, to be the only guy who ever played guitar with Blackmore on stage. Yeah. Acoustic too.
Yes.